think. I mean, you can obviously see that there was a trade. Just currently simming through the off season. I didn't need to make many changes, so yeah, we're all set. It's a nice little haul for Detroit, and New York just gets slightly better. So just copy the link and post my tweets. Boom. So that's there, and then that's there. All right, we're gonna edit the lines, and we're all set. So Dominic Bach, as you can see, Teuvo Teravainen is no longer on the team. In a shock move here, we got rid of Teuvo Teravainen. I want Dominic Bach to play on the first line. Yeah, I think that would be for the best, especially considering, that he's better and needs to be on the third line. Plus, it gives us an opportunity to have... That's really bad. Doesn't change anything. Dang. So it gives us an opportunity to have Will play on the second line consistently, and as well as Evan. Although that doesn't help. Okay. Rabbit is still here on the third line. Listed as a second line forward. I'm gonna see what he can do up on the third line, or the second line. Even though Evan had a good season, well, we'll see how this works. The first couple of games. This is also the guy we drafted third overall this past year. Yep. 80 overall out of the draft. Todd Tennell starting on the third line, and we have Dzingel, Suzuki, and Puistola. What's Tennell's role? We don't know his role. Got it. That doesn't change anything. Okay. So that's the offense. The defense has not changed, although that makes it really bad. So yeah, we're gonna keep the defense here. Justin Barron still hasn't grown, which is a little frustrating. Anthony Honka's only in 82 though, so I'm not that disappointed. And we still have Dan and Kurt as our goalies. Scratched. Hanman and Walford, no big deal. In Charlotte now, Schutz, Kaspic, and Tiexola. We had a couple changes. Not everybody wanted to play in Charlotte this year, unfortunately. Daryl Peterson, Blake Murray, and Ruotsalainen. Chase Stillman, that's really good. Doesn't really change anything. Landon Robinson, Bocage, Reed. So a couple guys. Rich goalie, that's funny. I didn't realize that was his name. I signed him in the offseason. And then Van de Velde. So it's a really good fourth line because, it's got potential. Medium top six. Other than that, yeah, Teravainen's the only loss from this season so far. Unfortunately, it wasn't worth it to keep him around, like I said. So I decided to let him go for a little while. Or I don't even know which team picked him up, so hopefully it's not a team that we play against often. Pulls him to December 1st against Pittsburgh. And yeah, so hope everybody's doing all right. Sorry that I missed yesterday's stream, but it was a bit of a crazy day. We were told that we had to move out of school, and so I had to go do that. So busy day for me. Looks like the preseason's doing all right. I don't really care too much about the preseason, but it's always good to, I guess, keep track of it, see what's going on. Trying to see if there's anything on Twitter that's exciting. If you're a football fan, it looks like the Carolina Panthers are signing some guard. That's not really worth it. Okay. And player on waivers. So 6-1-0 in the preseason's pretty solid. I'm just going to make sure that all my scouts are going to the right place. So I got Central, USA West, and then Central. Okay. So I want my best scout scouting in the Central. And then I want this guy to scout in the east. So USA East. Yeah, there's not a whole lot on the east, but I do want at least one scout there. I think that would be for the best. So home, or not home opener actually, season opener in Philadelphia, and we pick up 3-1 win. Nice. Home opener against Dallas now, and that's a loss. So 3-1 loss and 3-1 win to start the year off, and we beat the Oilers. Okay, so long breaks in between our games for October, so it's again a pretty light October schedule for the Hurricanes, which hopefully won't affect anything. And you all factor in decisions as well, so if there's a decision that comes up that I need to make, we'll change the team, and leave a comment if you want me to make the move or if you don't want me to make the move. So it looks like Antti Tuukkanen here is the top-ranked player for this draft. He is a defenseman playing for Ässät in the Finnish Liga. So we'll scout him a little bit right away. This Max Schutz guy, who we're going to say is the brother of our Schutz player who's in the AHL right now. They say he's a Victor Hedman style two-way defenseman, but our scouts don't like him as much, so they have him ranked third. Good year for German hockey. Wow, they have a... Oh no, he plays in the NLA, but he's a German player, so we'll count it. But 2 potential top 5 picks is really good for German hockey. So that's really cool. 2 straight wins there, one against LA and one against the Flames. Jake Bean's out with a bruised arm. I believe that means that Walford will make his NHL debut. And we've played 1 game in the East Coast this season, and we won it, so that's good. First game since Philly where we've played against a Eastern Conference team and we lose. So looks like it was a good West Coast schedule. We've already finished our season series against the Oilers and the Stars. So that's kind of crazy. I guess we'll never know what that game against the Islanders was. It looks like it was a win, though. Blake Murray's out for Charlotte for over 2 months. I don't want to make that trade. That seems like a good prospect. This draft was not very good for me. I had 2 first-round picks, and I picked 2 centers, and they were both really good. Obviously, the ones playing this year. The other one's doing okay, but... or the other one was like a 63 out of the draft, I think. Medium top 6 forward potential. The only other good pick that I had in that draft, though, was a medium elite goalie again, which I just took a chance on. So he was actually pretty solid. He was 61 out of the draft, which is really good. All right, pretty even hockey so far, I'd say. It doesn't seem like the Canes are doing too well, but again, if it's any indicator of what the past 2 seasons have been, this team will probably end up winning 50 games. Good year for rookies. That's pretty solid. Oh, the Caps want to trade Nicholas Backstrom, who I don't know if you can see, but his potential is AHL top 6, and they want a first-round pick for that. Any major changes? The only big change was Teuvo Teravainen is no longer on the team. Term was an issue. I didn't want to give him. I think he wanted 7 years. Ooh, pulled groin for Soderstrom. So it basically just meant that Bach got inserted into the first line, and everybody kind of moved up a spot. It also opened up a spot for our 3rd overall pick. So Soderstrom's back here. I'll show you the lines real quick. Let me just... Best lines here. Oh, I didn't want to hit that. So Will was having a very good season with 21 points. Jamison Reese is not, so I'm going to actually bump him down. Move him over to center. 10L, same deal. 5 points. Rabbit has 10 points. Evan has 16, so that's good. So, yeah, Bach, 18 points in his first 23 games. Aho has 21. And Svechnikov has 25, so he's doing really well this season. Yeah. All right. Natchez is on the 4th line. That's not good. How's Suzuki doing? That just makes no sense for him to be there. I think I'm going to bump 10L down 1 line. and see if that helps him out a little bit, because his potential is still depth forward, and so I don't want to play him too far above his potential. Patrick Pistola is also on the team now. I think I let go of somebody that was kind of minor. I let go of Nieto, and Nieto was on our fourth line last year, so Soderstrom here. Justin Barron, man, it's not looking like that was a good pick. Dang. That's tough. Honka isn't doing too much better, but I still think I should have kept him over Barron. Now the Islanders want to trade me Nieto again. I don't want to make that trade. Alright, so 13-9-2 in third place in the division as of December 1st. It's a pretty tight race in the Metro this year. Doesn't look like the Metro is too good, though, so we're going to sim to February now. Looks like we're coming off of a long break as of February 1st, so again, Backstrom for a third. I just want to see what Backstrom's overall is at right now. They still want a first round pick, and he's an 80 overall. He's hurt, and his potential is AHL top 6. That's terrible. Wow. So we beat the Penguins here. Now we're in a wild card spot, even though we won the game. Central scouting rankings now. We'll just check it out. Looks like our scout in Finland hasn't figured anything else out, but we do know a lot about the top 10, which is nice. And any gems? Oh wow, 4 gems. Well, awesome. So we have 4 gems in this draft right now. This one we're not scouting. Austin Hirima. Oh man. Carolina Hurricanes legend Jeff Hirima. It's probably the son. He was like a historic bust for us way back in the day. I think he may have. I don't know if he played a single NHL game for us, but I'm pretty sure he was a first round pick and never played a game for us or something like that. It was something bad. So we'll scout all of those gems, make sure all of them are pretty good, and we'll keep going. Dan's out with a bruised foot. It's just about a month. Luckily, we have some decent goalies in the system, but still kind of stinks that Dan's out for a little while. Alright, so okay, we're still getting points, but I would like to see us win more games. Finishing up the season series against Arizona this month. Yeah, like it's a very tight race. Bergeron getting traded again, this time to Columbus, so Columbus is getting better now. Buffalo is actually tanking. Not surprising because it's Buffalo, but they've actually simmed pretty well in this series. They seem to sim well in the NHL games. 2 straight wins, 4-3 and then 9-4, so a big offensive explosion for this team. 2-1 loss against the Coyotes, which is a little tough, and that bumps us down to 6th in the division. Wow. They want to trade us Josh Manson and Brett Pesce. I'm okay. Let's see. Dan McLaughlin is back, so hopefully that'll help. It seems like our goaltending wasn't exactly the best. It seems that we're going to need to play well against Metro teams. So a big win against Detroit and Montreal there, and that should keep us in the race for the division for a little while, because it seems like if you finish top 3 in this division, you're in the playoffs, but anything other than that, you're not winning. Because we're not in wild card position right now, which stinks. Alright, so yeah, 2 straight losses actually pushes us out of the playoff picture. Blake Murray's back for Charlotte. Good to see him back. And big win against Philly and Columbus, so winning against Metro teams. That pushes us up to 2nd. So it's a really close race in the Metro this year, which is going to make for a very fun end. Timothy Rabbit's out with a concussion, so he's out for a month. Yikes. So we're going to go best lines here and see what that is. It's not really going to fix anything, is it? I want my best players to play. So Will's having a really good year. It seems like these lines are struggling a little bit here. Hemman's obviously going to have to play. How's Tenel doing? Nice, 6-9. 15 points this year. That's not going to do anything. So bumping Dzingel up to the third line will actually help the fourth line. So I might do that. This is really stupid to look for. So his face-offs are 79. Suzuki's face-offs are 77. So I'm going to put Reese in that spot on the third line here. Natchez has kind of fallen off, which is a concern for me. May mean that I'm going to have to make a trade in the off season because I don't want to trade Natchez right away. He's got a year left after this year on a ridiculous contract. Hopefully that'll work. Rabbit being out might be for the best, and in all honesty, like a Natchez trade might benefit a few players in the off season. Still second in the division though, because we've had a bit of a point streak here. Shootout loss to the Caps is a little frustrating, but we do beat the Rangers, who are first in the division. And we'll check Central Scouting rankings, see if any updates have happened. So nothing for Tukinen here, which is a little frustrating as well. We do know that this Miller guy, holy crap, all of these players are defensemen. I didn't realize that. So the entire top 7, 8 of the top 10 players in this draft are defensemen. I don't think I've ever seen that. So if you need a defenseman, this is going to be the year. We also know that this guy projected to go at the end of, really the beginning of the second round. It's medium top 4D, and we know this guy's a low top 4D, so that's not great, but still pretty decent if they consider him a gem. Alright, Justin Barron's out with the fractured left elbow. Yeah, fractured left elbow. So we're going to go best lines again. I'm going to put that up. And do that. So yeah, Will's having a heck of a season. It seems like Natchez is kind of turning it around. Evan's doing really well. Yeah, I don't know, man. Something like that. We'll make it work. 7-2 win against the Blues. There we go. Pretty long break, but we are second in the division heading into this break. And still no teams in the wild card, but we do have a 4-point lead over 4th place in the division, so not too bad. Who's leading the team in points? Svetch has 59 points, so clearly the first line is kind of putting in work here. Hopefully that'll change. Yeah, Aho is 54, and then there's a pretty significant drop after that. Seems like depth scoring has been an issue, although Suzuki's having a very good season. Like, for his standards, I don't think he's done very well in the past. Yeah, this is far and away a career year. Other than that, yeah, it's a pretty down year for all of our players. That's unfortunate. Goaltending. Yeah, our goaltending has been okay. They've been okay. So that's all there is for that right now. Hopefully we can keep this up. We'll sim to the deadline here. And maybe on the last day, if there are any moves that we need to make because the team's struggling, we'll make them. Ooh, 8-5 win against Calgary. So clearly we're giving up a ton of goals still, so I may need to tweak the defense a little bit. Alright, win against the Senators, I should hope. Ooh, a loss against the Caps isn't good. I don't see why we would make that trade. I don't even... Yeah, okay. First round picks must be worthless in this sim. Alright, so Rabbit is back. And I want to keep Will here. Just move Reese over. Tanel's still not doing great. Suzuki's doing fine. Rabbit was doing okay. 20 points. Almost a career high, but still. Hopefully him being on a line that's +1 will be good for him. And Natchez is on the 4th line. Shoot, I forgot to change that. Oh well, we'll see how it works. So Washington is now tanking officially. They traded Radek Faksa and Nicholas Backstrom, and they got a first round pick and a prospect. That's hilarious. I think we're done playing against Washington, though, which is a little unfortunate. But it's clear. So Chicago gets Timo Meyer, and Montreal gets a pretty decent haul there. And we do play Montreal after the break, so that'll be good to keep up with. Best lines. You know what? No, Will's having too good of a season. Yeah, I need to move Tenel down to the third or to the fourth line. He's not producing 18 points. Yeah, Rabbit. I mean, he's barely doing better than he was last year. Maybe this will help. It's clear that Tenel wasn't ready for the big leagues. All right, minor trade. New Jersey gets a couple decent NHL players, and they give up a first and a second in next year's draft. Blake Murray's back for Charlotte. I guess he got hurt again. Shore and Nurse to Buffalo. So Buffalo is like tanking, but not. And then Edmonton gets a first and a second. That's a very interesting strategy here. Minnesota's trading Zuccarello to Nashville. Big division rival trade there. They don't get a whole lot unless that Dolan guy is pretty good. Again, I think we should just shut Blake Murray down for the season. Third in the division after that, right in front of the Pittsburgh Penguins with 1 point ahead of them. And I know, that's what I'm saying. It must be the defense. So New Jersey's pretty much going all in this year. And they're out of the playoff picture, so that's really confusing. That seems like a really interesting trade for Tampa to make. Okay. Pittsburgh trades away Roope Hintz to New Jersey. Oh my gosh. So Pittsburgh gets worse, and that's actually good for us because Pittsburgh was behind us last I checked. They are. But another team behind us gets a little better. Good trade for Colorado there. Hampus Lindholm to Vancouver. Anaheim gets 2 prospects. Calgary fires their coach again. So Connor, it's looking like you're going to have another coach. So clearly nothing's going right for Calgary this year. Brett Pesce and Nick Patan to Buffalo. Buffalo, I think, has traded 3 first-round picks this year, which is kind of crazy. Not all of them have gone in this draft, but it's still kind of insane. All right, so deadline, we are 34, 20, and 7. Such has 71 points on the year. We have 75 points in the standings, 5 points behind the Flyers, 3 points ahead of the Penguins, 4 points ahead of the Blue Jackets. So, yeah, that's pretty solid. I think we're okay. The team's been doing very well lately. Yeah, maybe it is, but I mean, they just fired their coach, what was it, 2 seasons ago? Like, I'm pretty sure the last time I recorded a stream, Calgary fired their coach. I didn't mean to send to the state, but we'll go ahead and do it. Fun fact about me, I have a really bad fear of, like, pressing B when I click sim, or, like, circle, I guess. Because every time I would do it, like in the past, the NHL game would freeze. And I know EA's removed it, but I don't trust them, so I just hate doing that. Yeah, last season I think they fired their coach, and it's ridiculous. So Dan's out for less than a week. He's back already. a lot of big wins here, especially that one against the Rangers. And all of a sudden, I did see we were first in the division for a minute. Two big wins against New Jersey and Pittsburgh to keep them down. Big wins against Eastern Conference teams here. And the Sabres. Here we go. Here come the Carolina Hurricanes. I guess every team played mail it in March. So, medium elite defenseman. Obviously not the franchise that was last year's. He has a Vlasic comparison, too. So that's not even that good. All right, so we still have the 4 gems. We know a little bit more about some of these guys. I am going to continue to scout. I want Kennedy to scout them. I do want to have a little bit of hope in this draft because it's been... Last draft was not good for me outside of getting 2 centers. And one of them hasn't been good at the NHL level. We've already clinched the playoffs, which is cool. So once again, we will have playoff hockey in Raleigh. Yeah, 3 straight losses, but we had a really long win streak, actually. Looks like Philly's going to just run away with the President's Trophy again, or at least the division. They've already clinched the division. So we'll finish, looks like second in the division. Yeah, we can't finish lower than second, which is a great season for us. We'll sim the final game against the Rangers, just as a courtesy. Evan gets a goal there, and then Dzingel and Bean score. So just padding the stats at this point, getting that final game of the season in. And we'll sim to the 8th, and it's going to be Canes versus Rangers. And I don't think we've played the Rangers in a playoff series, but I could be wrong. I'll just sim to the actual playoff game. And actually, we just faced the Rangers too, so a lot of bad blood between these teams left over. Svetch finishing with 88 points. Nice. Aho also hitting the point per game threshold. And Will and Bach with a nice 69 points. Nice. That's good. So Suzuki had a really strong season, 58 points there. Evan, 49 points is really good. Reese and Riley having a really good season as well. Natchez, despite playing most of the season on the 4th line, had 40 points. Hamilton had 40. Rabbit had 34, so it's a good turnaround for him. He's still 84 overall, which is what he was out of the draft. A little disappointing, but not too bad. And let's see. Tenel finished with 24 points, so not great, but I'm happy with that. He's an 81, so he grew an overall point. I think that kind of helped the team a little bit as well. I really wish Rabbit grew, though. Jake Bean's still in 84. I don't think he'll get higher than that. Goaltending, that's just incredibly average. I mean, they split starts and were almost identical. So that's very strange. But you know what? I don't know, man. It's definitely strange that their stats were almost... I mean, that's almost a carbon copy. So, whatever. That's strange, to say the least. I forgot. I have to do the player stats, so we'll show the players. I'll just do kind of like a quick run through. Work rate, 48 points. I believe that was it for this team. Goodrow, 18 points. If I missed your player, just send me a mention on Twitter and I can go into the game and check for you. If you're watching this like either now or in the future, just send me a mention on Twitter or comment. 37 points for Carl this season. Boston didn't have anybody because they suck. Buffalo didn't have anybody because they suck. Calgary had a couple. Connor, you had 38 points despite your team sucking. And there was one other player, Matt Chatelaine. Wasn't playing. He must have gone to... Oh, no, here he is. 40 points, so breakout season for him. I don't think you've gotten above 20. 86 overall defenseman now. Oh, no, you had 39 points, so it's barely a career high, but you smashed your career high in goals, so good for you. Carolina, nothing. Chicago didn't have anybody. Colorado may have. Intern Maddie, 64 points. Nice. Columbus, I don't think had anybody. Nope. Dallas didn't have anybody, I know that. Detroit had Wade, 53 points. Detroit sucks, but Wade had a good season. Edmonton also didn't draft anybody. Stallion Matheos is playing for Edmonton now. I let him go, I think, last year. I may have traded him, I'm not sure. Trey Cash, 64 points. Kieran Lang, 60 points. Nice. I believe that's it. Big Sam with 87 points and 57 goals. That might be, it's not a career high, but that might be enough to win you the, what's it called? The Richard. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Canes and Cannons. Nice season from him there. Them. I'm not sure if it's a him. Sorry. I know Calgary is so bad. And they have Monahan and Gaudreau still. Jonathan, a respectable 51 points. Not too bad. The Montreal Canadiens, I know they didn't have anybody. Nashville Rock, nice. 69 points. Meg, you were on this team. And you had 19 points. Nice. The Islanders, Tommy Watson, 57 points. Owen Anderson, new career high of 104. 59 goals. So Big Sam, you will not win the Richard this year. I'm sorry. Owen might. He's 95 overall. Goodness. Jacob Narve, 72 points. A very balanced stat sheet there. And number sports fan. So this is where Teravainen ended up. 66 points. Not too bad. Sports fan, you had 48 points. Philly didn't pick anybody. Pittsburgh has Optimistic Caniac, 55 points. San Jose did not have anybody either. St. Louis, Sarai, 74 points. Wow. Tampa has one person. I think it's me. Yep, 30 points. Toronto has a goalie. Shorzy the Jerk, you had a good season as the backup. Jordan Bennington is the starting goalie for Toronto for the near future, but you are still a quite good goalie at 85 overall. Vancouver didn't pick anybody either. JT, 88 points, 44 goals and assists. And then their goalie, which is Kane's stats. Pretty solid season. Varlamov did have a better year as the backup. However, you had a higher volume of games. 60 starts, wow. Washington didn't pick anybody because they suck. And then Winnipeg, finally, I don't believe they had anybody either. I don't believe so. Again, if I missed your player and you're watching this in the after it's done, just let me know and I can go into the game and figure it out. We're going to sim the game one, though, against the Rangers. And the Canes actually have a lead after the first period. Hamilton and Bach scoring. We got a goal from Natchez. Owen Anderson does score for the Rangers on Dan. And then after Owen scores again, but Hamilton and Suzuki make sure to put the Rangers away in game one. Solid game, lots of depth scoring, so I'm happy with that. Hamilton had 2 goals in that win, and after 40 points. Blake Murray is back for Charlotte, allegedly. No, he's out. I don't know why I put him back. I should have just shut him down for the season. Hopefully Charlotte will be doing okay, though. Owen with his 3rd goal of the series, and Evan Stansel does get a goal in the first period. The Rangers are winning. Owen, another goal. 4 goals in this series now. So it's a great game for the created players, though, as Will does score a goal. And the Canes can't manage to win. Jake Bean does score, but it is a 5-3 loss. It's been 5-3 losses for both teams so far this series. All right, now, who do we have? Or, I don't know why I said who do we have. It's the same damn teams. It's my first day. That's what I'm going to say. Will scores another goal. Former Hurricane Nino Niederreiter does get his revenge goal on the team. Tie game, though. Will gets another goal. Or did he score in the first period? Yeah, sorry. And then Riley scores for the Hurricanes to tie the game up. Third period now. 5-7 loss. Goodness gracious. Reese and Bean score. Dan McLaughlin, did he come in relief? No, he has played the whole game. So tough game for Dan and the Canes defense. It's a 2-1 Rangers lead in this series. We are playing in New York now. Hopefully this can be figured out, because I don't love the idea of losing in the first round to a team that's below us. Svechnikov scores against Shesterkin. Panarin also scores. Tie game. Canes win. Okay, Justin Barron scoring a very rare goal, but it ends up being the winner, and I think that kind of happened to him last year too, where he scored a goal in the playoffs to win the game, and he had like 2 goals throughout the season. And then Evan also adds a goal. So really good series for our created players from both teams. Will still leads the team in scoring with 4 points. And Charlotte is playing in their playoff series against Springfield. So that series is tied 1-1. So Will Looper, 4 points in 4 games. First period, nothing happens. The Rangers outshot the Canes 11-7. Second period, tie game. Owen with 2 goals, Evan with 1, and Puistola with the other goal. Third period now. Canes lose. Evan gets another goal. Owen completes the hat trick. So the Canes are on the brink of elimination in Madison Square Garden in Game 6. This would suck. This would be really bad. So it's 2-0 after the first period. Necas and Svechnikov coming in the clutch there. It's 3-2 after the second period. Third period, Canes tie it. Will Looper, you are the best. We're going to sim through this. You see, our defense is slightly worse, but there's no way we should lose with a better offense and better goaltending. But the Canes are going to find a way, aren't they? So we're going to sim through this game. I'll provide as much commentary as I can. If we lose, I'm going to be so mad, though, so just be prepared for that. Alright, hopefully this will all work. Looks like my Wi-Fi is being kind of dumb right now, so hopefully everything will be okay. Alright, D'Angelo and his stupid self have the puck. Panarin gets kind of bumped by Hamilton, I guess. Ooh, good save by Dan McLaughlin. Nice save there. Alright. No replay there, so it's Panarin, Malatesta, and Anderson. Malatesta's apparently doing very well. Alright, so 19, Dougie Hamilton has the puck. He's going to carry it all the way into the zone. Look at him go. Slap shot is blocked. Svechnikov picks it up. He can't quite complete a pass. D'Angelo and his stupid self has the puck. Anderson has the puck now. He's going to take it up. Oh, nice pass to Jacob Trouba. Great block by Dominic Bach there. That was a bit harder to say than I thought it would be. Bach with a really bad move. Ooh, good save, Shesterkin. Give me 1 second, I'm so sorry. I have to answer a call, so the game will play and I will just be silent for a few minutes. Very sorry about that. Alright, sorry about that. Doesn't look like I've missed anything though, although I did see that one of our players get crushed. Riley, oh no. Okay. Gotta hop back into commentary. So this is Buchnevich. Hamilton's gonna let him just skate through. Great kick save by McLaughlin. Reese is gonna turn it over to Kako though, and he scores. Canes are eliminated in the first round of playoffs. Maybe I should have stayed on the phone. I think there's going to have to be some changes. I can't lose in the first round and be satisfied. At least the checkers advanced. I don't know, should I? I don't know. I've already committed. Well, checkers are in the third round. If they make the Calder Cup final again, I will sim through that. Central Scouting rankings now. I don't care. I'm so upset. There's 5 gems, and we still don't know anything about these two guys. Cool. Great. Awesome. Fantastic. Alright, so the checkers are in the Calder Cup final again. This is the 4th year in a row. They've lost in all 4 years. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get rid of one of the 2 goaltenders that I have. So Boone Jenner and Gruel score for San Diego. Belanger and then Zaitsev. Yikes. 4-0 loss for Charlotte in the first round, or in the first game. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get trade one of those goalies and get an actual backup, because it's clearly not working out, and I may have to shake up the defense a little bit too, because the defense is kind of weak compared to the rest of my team. Ruotsalainen scores for the checkers. Tie game. Do you all want me to give commentary on the Charlotte games, or do you not care as much? I'll wait here until I get a comment saying, yeah, sure, go for it. Nah, okay, so that's a no. Alright, so nothing in the first overtime. Charlotte does win, though. I've never heard of that Kosior guy, but we win. I don't think I drafted him. He may just be a warm body. Alright, game 3 in Charlotte now. So Charlotte is the underdog in this series. Tiaxola gets a goal for the checkers. Nothing in the second. Third period, yikes. Okay, so Robinson does score, and this was a former first-round pick, so I am happy to see him scoring, but not happy to see the team losing. 2-1 hole now. Hopefully Charlotte can get at least one win here. Boone Jenner scores for San Diego. It's kind of unfair that he's playing down there. Shoots scores for the checkers, and we lose. So checkers are down 3-1, and 1 loss away from their 4th straight loss in the Calder Cup final. That's just embarrassing. I mean, like, it's great that this team's that good, like, good enough to consistently make it to the final every year. But it's bad that they've lost 4 years in a row, or, well, 3 years in a row before this one. Chase Stillman scoring, another former first-round pick of mine. Innes scoring. Tie game with Schutz scoring. Hopefully they can win in overtime, and they do. Okay, so Peterson does score, and I believe he's another former first-round pick of mine too. So the checkers get a win, a much-needed win in Game 5. Game 6 now, back in Charlotte. Yeah, last year was not good. I don't remember what it was the year before. Valade scores for Charlotte. 2-1, 2-2 thanks to Ruotsalainen. Third period, checkers win. Peterson and Robinson scoring, both former first-round picks. We're heading to Game 7. Could we get a Calder Cup champion in the organization? Probably not, but you know what? I remain optimistic nonetheless. All right, here come the checkers. First period, Benoit Gruel scores for San Diego. Second period, Chayka does score. That's, I believe, his first goal this series. Moberg and Tracy do score. It's looking out of reach for Charlotte. They tie it! Rich goalie and Schutz score to tie the game. Question. I'm going to commentate overtime. It's Game 7 of the Calder Cup final. That San Diego offense is busted. I don't know how Charlotte made it. This isn't a great team, and the goaltending's pretty weak on Charlotte too. But they made it to Game 7. So, good stuff. I will commentate the overtime. Hopefully Charlotte can put it away. I don't know any of the players' numbers or players in general, so if the commentary kind of sucks, that's why. Alright, I'm also going to have to squint. So Tanner Kaspick here on the faceoff, loses it. This looks like Backlund on the back end. Jones has the puck now, and he's going to dump it in. I didn't see who that player was. I'm so sorry. Thornton has it now. That had better not be Joe. No, Joe Thornton retired, I'm pretty sure. Barkland's got it. Jones now with the puck. Barkland's got it back. Jones again. They're just back and forth. Braden Tracy here. Jones. Oh, nice defensive play. Oh, wait, I'm playing. Well, I took a penalty. I'm so sorry. Okay, I didn't realize I was playing the game. So, how do I forgot how to do this. How to make it like CPU versus CPU. Otherwise, I might just have to quit. Is it under settings? Select sides, yes. Neutral. Boom. Not chosen a side. Okay, well Joey Keane took a I drew a penalty. There we go. Kaspick has the puck now. Delayed penalty, and Yaroslav Halak makes the save. This is just an insane San Diego team, man. But big power play coming up for the Checkers in overtime now. Discord's going to be blowing up. They've been complaining all day. The scouting community is getting a little irritated with nothing going on in hockey. So Schutz, Robinson, and Peterson is the first power play unit. Valade has the puck. Oh, good shot and great save by Halak. I feel like he could have maybe picked a corner a little bit there. That may have been better, but, you know. So Robinson and Peterson are actually top 10, or the top 2 players in goals in the Calder Cup final. So looking for a big night out of this unit here, at least overtime from them. Riley Stillman has the, or Chase Stillman, Riley Stillman plays for Florida. Zaitsev has the puck behind the net. Jenner's going to clear it out, and that's going to get past the defenseman. That was a really not great play. Stillman has the puck. He's going to bring it up to Peterson. Peterson's going to carry it into the zone. And Valade's got it. Slap shot. This team loves slap shots, huh? Schutz has the puck now. Robinson back to Valade. White's got it. Oh, Robinson. Oh, good save by Halak again. Nice little turnover by Robinson there. And he's going to actually... Oh, it is Joe Thornton in the playoffs. Oh my gosh. This team is disgusting. This San Diego team, man. Thornton, that means he's probably going to retire this year. Oh, he hit the post. Oh, man. He's going to hit right off the crossbar. Peterson is still top in goals and close in points, and yet he's the top player in penalty minutes. So it's Tiexula, Kaspick, and Rich Goalie here. And Goalie was a free agent signing that I had. Kosior, Tiexula, he's going to shoot it wide. He had that whole stick side wide open. Joey Keane takes the shot, misses it high. Tiexula's got it now. The goalie's going to trip our player, and nothing's going to get called, which, you know... This is definitely a biased announcer. I'm like Trip Tracy getting mad at the refs here. Rich Goalie carrying it up the ice. This is the free agent signing. It would be really cool if he wins it. Tiexula turns the puck over, but he's actually going to get it back due to a miscommunication up in front. Bad pass, so 2 turnovers by Tiexula there. Joey Keane up to Tiexula now. Number 9, let's see if he can redeem himself. It's been a tough shift. Tanner Kaspick, so the first unit's back on. He turns it over to Moberg. All of a sudden, shorthanded breakaway, Jujhar Khaira. And great defense by number 13 there to break up that breakaway. Kosior's got it now. He's going to bring it up to Tiexula. Tiexula's had a rough shift here, and Rich Goalie's got it back now. 15 seconds left on the power play. Shot blocked right out in front. Barkland's going to pick it up. He's probably going to clear it out of the zone. No, Jenner's just going to carry it. Okay, now he's going to dump it in. No time for another rush, so the power play does expire. The Checkers had a couple chances, most notably that crossbar that they hit, and TXL missing the net by a mile. He's going to miss the net again! Tanner Kaspic now, he's going to pass the puck. Joey Keane's got it. Rich goalie, block shot, he held on to that puck too soon. Tanner Kaspic. Ooh, nice little move to get some space away from the defender, and he's going to pass it to nobody. Jones has the puck now. And number 13's defending him. I forget who that was. Enright's got it. Thornton with a big blast, and Kosior's got it here. Tiaxila, number 9, skating up the ice. He's got to be exhausted. He's been on the ice for forever. 33, Kaspic has it. Oh, if Tiaxila was there, it would have been a great play. Kosior's got it now. Oh, good pass. Kaspic with a shot. Doesn't quite get it. And another penalty. Tiaxila does draw a penalty. So it's going to be a hook. Looks like kind of like a slash, but regardless, the Checkers have a power play. Number 9 heading to the box. That's Zaitsev just heading to the box. I don't see the hook, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. Yuri Zaitsev. So it's going to be Robinson, Peterson, and Schutz on the ice now for the Checkers. Losing the face-off, and Enright's going to clear it out of the zone. Who's got the puck now? Number 55. I can't see his name. I'm so sorry. That was the worst break-in I've ever seen, but it worked. Robinson now to Schutz. Good save, Halak. That's the Checkers' first shot on goal in a minute, I think. It's been quite some time. And 1 minute 40 left on the power play. 10:44 left in the first overtime. And the next goal will win. 8 shots for the Checkers in overtime, 2 for San Diego. Belanger is going to clear the puck out of the zone. And 55 picks it up again. I believe that's Reed Valade. Justin Schutz carrying it up the ice now. Ooh, nice little move to get around the defender. Can he make it? That was the worst move I've ever seen. Well, still a chance for the Checkers in overtime. Plus minus, a stat that doesn't matter, but man, the San Diego Gulls are killing it in plus minus. Same unit is still out with 1:21 left on that power play. And they lose again. Sundqvist. Hope that's not Oscar Sundqvist, man, because that would just be stupid. But anyways, he clears it out of the zone. Valade's got it now. He's going to make a short, weak little breakout pass to Robinson. He's got it. Peterson now to Schutz. Schutz, nice blocker save by Halak there. Robinson's got it to Peterson. To Schutz. Valade is going to take a shot. That's blocked in front before it could get anywhere. Peterson now. He scores! Checkers win the cup! These Charlotte Checkers are Calder Cup champions! I was just about to roast this man mercilessly with that move that he made, but it worked. The Charlotte Checkers are your Calder Cup champs. Wow. Finally, 4th time's the charm. They have made it from 4 years in a row now, and they finally win a cup. Coming back down from, I believe it was 3-1 in the series. They were losing 3-1 in the series, and they came back to win it. So, great news for the Carolina Hurricanes organization. The Charlotte Checkers win their 2nd ever Calder Cup. We're going to stay and watch the celebration because, of course, here's the handshake line where everybody's just like, get good, you suck. Boone Jenner, you're in the AHL. What the hell? There was Rich Goalie in the background there. He's my new favorite player, man. We signed a player named Rich Goalie. 74 looking like an old man there with that gray mustache and a little bit of gray hair. I don't know who that was. Playoff MVP now is number 33, the captain of your Charlotte Checkers. Oh no, they're just going to straight up give him the cup. Got it. I guess we'll have to wait for the MVP then. But the Charlotte Checkers have won the Calder Cup. Peterson and Schutz with a goal and an assist each. So, really cool. Really cool stuff. I'm really happy and proud of that team. It's again like, I know we were talking the other day, it was like, you guys get invested in this series, and like, I'm just getting just as invested. Like, not gonna lie, I jumped a little bit when I saw that they had scored to win the Calder Cup. So Chicago wins the Stanley Cup, so they're going to be insufferable, but Charlotte does win the Calder Cup, so awesome for them. And Dallas moves up from ninth to first to get their pick. Luckily, no teams in the division are going to pick higher than sixth this year, which is really good for us. That means that the team isn't gonna, or that teams aren't gonna be nearly as good right away. Um, Hopefully, I don't know where we're picking. It's probably not going to be very high in the draft. And we still don't know anything about these two guys, which is kind of annoying. But you know what? It's all right. We won the Calder Cup. Clearly a testament to how great this team is at drafting and developing their players. Nick Backstrom calls it a career. That might not be good enough. That's probably not good enough for the Hall of Fame, although 9,000 assists is pretty impressive. Parise with a nice 1069 points in his NHL career. David Krejci also calling it quits. Former Hurricane Jordan Staal calls it quits. 687 points in his career. Good for Staal. Looking to see if there were any former. Brandon Sutter also calling it quits after 1,000 NHL games. Wow. Was that Riley Nash? Yes, Riley Nash calling it quits as well. So, and Marcus Kruger. A lot of former Canes in this retired class. Goalies, Henrik Lundqvist calls his Hall of Fame career done. 1,000 NHL games as a goalie. Holy crap. And James Reimer also calling it a career after finishing his career with Milwaukee in the AHL. And Anton Khudobin, that's sad, but good career from Khudobin there. All right, looks like I will need another. I believe that's my. I don't know which coach that is, but I will need at least one more coach this year. 3 players are now scouts, and I don't need to scout anything in the draft class. I don't think I have any extra picks in this year's draft. We'll go ahead and check the awards real quick. Chicago won the Cup and the President's Trophy, and it was Chicago versus Columbus in the Cup final. All right, any of our players getting awards? Any at all? Any at all? Big Sam winning the Selke, so congrats to him. Best defensive forward, and he had over 90 points and 57 goals, so clearly a great season from him. And Owen winning the Cup with 59 goals, or the Richard with 59 goals. And I do want to see now who the playoff MVP was, and it was Tikhonov, and I believe that's a goalie, and he's medium elite, so that's really good. Other than that, that was it from Charlotte. So congrats to the Checkers, and congrats to Tikhonov. Oh, did I say 9,000? I'm sorry. My brain's kind of fried. It's been such a crazy week with school and everything, and like just moving out and then just being stuck at home. I'm going crazy, you know? All right, pick 24 now. I'm a little concerned that it's a medium top 9 forward here, so that probably means that we're picking a medium top 9 forward as well. Actually, you know what? Low elite defenseman here. I know it says like that my scouts love all these other guys, but I hate that because all these guys, their potential sucks. And I'm going to pick the low elite defenseman. So, low elite defenseman, Jaspers, what's his full name? Skylar Jaspers, a two-way defender, 62 overall, low elite potential, playing for the St. John Sea Dogs, I believe. Second round, pick 55 now. And we're getting an offer for that pick. Lawson Krause, top 9 forward, and a third round pick. That's not worth it. So we're going to make this pick at 55th overall. Xander Keeling. His name is Xander, and that makes me not want to draft him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust that. Yeah, man, I have nothing to do at home. Like, we're all kind of going a little crazy here. I didn't pick hardly any defensemen in last year's draft, so I see this. Well, let's see. Are there any gems in this area? That would probably be better for me, actually. Oh, yeah, this guy. Dmitry Punanovs. He's probably a low top 6 forward. Yeah, 62 overall left wing, so it's not terrible. 86, pick 86 now in the third round. It's the only thing that keeps me sane too. I'm actually finding myself like looking forward to it, which is really great. Benjamin Griffith. I see that low elite, and I'm kind of interested about it. I also see that our scouts really like this guy, but I'm gonna go with him. Okay, low top six forward. All right, okay. And then I think there was a defenseman ahead of him. Okay, medium top 6D, so it's about the same. Pick 24, 117th overall now in the 4th round. Shoot, I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go with Sarahimo here. Sure, I like the name, Sarahimo. Medium top 9 forward. He's a grinder, so he probably won't ever make my teams. Pick 148. I haven't picked a goalie yet, but I've picked so many goalies in recent years that I don't think I need to. I just picked another medium elite goalie this past year, so I think I'm okay. I'm going to go with this Derek Piero Zabotel guy. Interesting name, but I like it. Medium 7th D, so that's a terrible pick. Alright, 179 now. Same deal, Sjogren, and my scouts actually like him the best. Low 7th D, yikes, so that's like a guy that I'm never going to sign. Finally, last pick of the draft. And I'm going to go with like a low top 6 forward here, Smoskowitz. It's probably not low top 6. Oh, he is. Okay. What's he ranked? He's 17. Okay, so he's 51. Yeah, which is annoying, but he's 17, so that means that he has plenty of time to grow. So he could be in the mid 60s by the time he's drafted if it all works. If not, though, then he's going to be like 59, and I'm not going to sign him. But it's a 7th round pick, so 7 picks, and I'm probably stoked about one of them, and that's Jasper's, and I'm okay with maybe another 1 or 2 of them. So Charlie Coyle heading to San Jose from Boston, not too much of a haul for him. Jake Gardner heading to Montreal from Anaheim. So it looks like teams just made a couple trades just to kind of get aging players out. Blake Foss, my goalie coach, is out, and my assistant coach was the player that left. So I'm going to need a new assistant coach for the NHL, which may actually help. Actually, you know what? Should I fire my goalie coach? No, I think I'm okay. Because his teaching skills are goalies. Maybe the assistant coach could help if his I don't have anybody that's good with defense, so I might actually get a defensive-minded coach. I need to actually look at that. So I think I'm going to grab a defensive-minded assistant coach for the for the NHL team. A few scouts with expiring contracts. Definitely going to sign my WHL scout. He's never done me wrong. OHL, yeah, this is fine. A B rating for the OHL. That's okay. B minus for the Q. I can't find any better QMJHL scouts than this typically, so I'm okay with that. Sure, Europe, there typically aren't better scouts than C. Other than that, it's just my Russian scout, and I'm going to see if there's a better Russian scout this year. Alright. So, highest level of free agency I have is Reese and Suzuki. Dzingel doesn't want to sign, so that automatically opens up a spot at forward for somebody. I said I was planning on trading Natchez, correct? Because I think that getting both of these players more ice time is good and better for the future of the team. So we're going to sign Reese. We're going to sign Suzuki here. Kaspic I'm going to let go because, there's no more potential there. Blake Murray had a rough year, so I'm going to sign him for another year. Hopefully it'll work. What's this? Vitaly Zykov? And he was a first-round pick, 19th overall, so I kind of have to sign this guy. And I'm also going to sign Audette because he's got top 9 forward potential and decent overall. Left wingers, Puistola didn't have a great year, and I'm definitely a little worried that this is his ceiling, but he is 24. think I'm going to sign him. 2 more years, that's fine. Henman has been a scratch for most of this series, so I think I'm going to just get rid of him. Shoots I'll keep. Rutsalainen I'm going to get rid of. Rourke I'm going to definitely sign. Another first-round pick, and he's actually doing really well. Paulson, another first-round pick as well. The rest of these guys, I guess I'll sign Chris Lakey, but I'm definitely more happy about Rourke and Paulson. Right wingers now. I guess I'll sign all these players, or not all of them. These 2 guys. Finally, defensemen. I think it's time to say goodbye to Justin Barron. That experiment definitely didn't work. Joey Keane wants a new home, and that's okay. I think I'm also going to say the same for Walford. I'll keep Rhett Reinhardt. I'll keep Ennis, because maybe with all those players out that they'll develop. And I don't have any other defensemen really worth a damn. Alright, so Tikhonov doesn't want an extension. And that's a medium elite goalie. He is 23, so I'm okay with letting him go, because I do have this guy, Leonov, here. He's 3 years younger and 4 overall better. So here's where I'm worried about. Dan's career save percentage has been a .905, which is okay. Not great. Oh, that's the same guy. Kurt, for 1 more year, his career save percentage has also been a .905 in 172 games. 90 overall, 87 overall. Should I, if they don't want an extension, or like if they don't want to sign with a team, it'll say it under here. So like for Dzingel, it said no instead of yes. For this, it just means like waivers, but if it's under extension, it means that they don't want it if it says no. But here's the thing. If Dan, like, this is still the best goalie tandem in the league if I lead with Kurt. And yeah, he hasn't been great, but 97, I can't argue with 90 and 87. And if I split starts between them, like, we're going to win games. I think if I improve the defense, that'll actually help. Because I could add a more defensive defenseman, and I think that'll help things out a little bit. Because on defense right now on the main roster, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, and then nobody in this 6th slot. So I could add a defenseman for the bottom pair that is a more defensive defenseman. So I think I'm going to sign Dan. Because Barron just wasn't good. I think that was his problem, is that he just wasn't good. Let me make sure before I continue that I signed that one goalie. I did, okay. So I'm good. Alright, now let's make sure everybody wants to sign. Alright, so my goalie coach accepted. This is just all my scouts. Prospects are signing, which is good. Suzuki and Reese re-signed. So did Murray, Ennis. Dan re-signed, that's the big one. Puistola re-signed, and then Shoots. O'Rourke. Okay. So we'll sim to free agency now. I have a good top pair, though, that's the thing. If there's a really good defenseman available, I might just sign him then. But we'll see. Edit the trade block. Who's on it? Dan, first round pick. In all honesty, I want to have both. I want to have a really good third pair. I really want to have a good defense and a good goalie. So we'll see what's available in free agency. Worst comes to worst, I could also trade for one. But first, I'm going to check and see what my needs are. Because I definitely freed up a spot with Dzingel not here. So centers, here's what the center situation's looking like. Suzuki, Reese, Natchez, and then Tenel. He's up to an 82 now. He was an 80 to start the year. Medium elite. Let's see. Left wing. I just have Will and Puistola. So I may just have some players playing on the wing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm okay with this, actually. Yeah, I'm okay with having Tenall play on the third line wing. He's still a depth forward, which is a little annoying, but maybe that'll change by the start of the season. Right wing, I already had the 4. Defense, I still have 5, and then goalies. So I definitely need to sign a 4th line left winger and a defenseman of any kind. I saw Lindell's available. He's barely played. Oh no, never mind. That was a trade. That's an option. Actually, you know what? He's the best defenseman available. And if I want my team to be good, play Nature's left wing. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, either way, I'm going to have, like, one of my centers play wing. So I don't want to give him 3 years. I'm just going to give him 1. It's a tryout. I'll give him a buttload of money since the salary cap's off, so every created player can just get that money. And we'll do that. And then I need a left wing on the 4th line, so we're going to go all the way down here. And maybe I can get a defensive left winger too. So one that plays a little bit more of a defensive game. If there is one. Greenway, he's a power forward. What are his defensive stats? His defense is 3.5 stars. His awareness is pretty good. I think I'll do that. Just for a year, that's fine. I like that. Alex Nylander, the right winger, being up is kind of crazy. I don't need any of these players, but like the other guys. But Lindell, is he a fit even? Okay, he's actually a fit on the 3rd pair, which is where he would play. So that's actually really good. Oh man, lots of qualifying. Any of our players qualified? So none of our created players have been qualified. No good prospects available. Yeah, there's a lot of bad prospects up here. I have a lot of centers already. The Semyonov guy is decent. And I think that'll be all I need. Yeah. So at least one left winger's gonna play left, or center's gonna play left wing, and I'm okay with that. And then Esa Lindell is an upgrade over Barron. So what do I need? I need an NHL assistant coach. This guy is good with defensemen. Look at that. His teaching's a B. I'm gonna offer him a crap load of money. Mr. Dwayne Winkler, please join my NHL hockey team. All right, and then I want to hire some scouts as well. I think all I had was a Russian scout. Yeah, it's just Russia. And look at that, there's an A- Russia scout. See, I knew I could do better. I'm gonna forget this guy like a little bit more money. That way he like for sure joins with us. Yeah, okay. So that means my Russia scouting would be on point if I get that. So, all right, so the assistant coach helped, and he's a defensive coach, so hopefully that'll help the defense out a little bit too. So I don't think the last guy was a defensive coach either. Hampus Lindholm to Montreal and Max Domi to Vancouver. Wow. Pretty lateral trade, but still kind of crazy. All right, so the scout signed as well. There's the defensive prospect. That's okay. All right. Asa Lindell accepted, and Greenway did. So that is all I needed to do for this offseason. So we're just going to keep going right along. Hopefully I'll be able to get to everything. And Montreal actually ended up flipping Lindholm to Vancouver. Didn't he just get traded from Vancouver? One second. There's some shenanigans going on here. Right? It just didn't show the trade. Yeah, they traded Domi and Lindholm to Vancouver for a fourth and a sixth. Montreal then traded Gardner and a third to Edmonton and got a second and a fifth. And then Montreal traded Hampus Lindholm back to Vancouver and got a goaltender and a second round pick. So essentially, Vancouver keeps Lindholm and gets Domi all for a goaltender and a second and a fourth. That's interesting. That's strange. That's you gotta love these simulations, man. Weirdest trades ever. All right. Detroit trades Evgeny Svechnikov and Taro Hirose to Tampa. Gets a couple picks. Jacob Vrana is traded from Washington, so that means the Metro might be a little worse this year. Or at least, no, that's a weird trade. Hala and a third for JG Pageau. Hala's 80 overall and aging. Pageau's 82 overall. Los Angeles gets a couple prospects and Anaheim gets Burakovsky and Hutton. Wow. That's a really good trade, huh? So a couple big trades. No created players have been traded this year, which is kind of nice. Houston went to Edmonton. So if you remember, he was my first line center in Charlotte for, I think, the 3 years we lost the Calder Cup. He went to Edmonton, and then they traded him to Boston for a second and got Brandon Carlo. So he was a gem that I was kind of looking forward to, and then he just only grew 3 overall points in 3 years, and that's not worth it for me. All right, so hopefully we're getting to the end of the off season here. Hopefully there are no more trades, and hopefully the lines aren't too depressing. Hopefully not, at least. All right, we're gonna see the lines. Dominic Bach, Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov, Jamison Reese, Ryan Suzuki, Evan Stansel. Does this make it better? Not really. How's this? So Rabbit is now an 87 overall after being an 84 last year. So you know how I kept saying I wanted him to grow? He has. Tenno also grew an overall point, which is really solid. But why is Natchez... Why? Who's scratched? Freestall is scratched. That's dumb. I need to trade somebody. I'm going to trade Natchez. I'm so sorry, Panda. But I just can't keep having him on the fourth line. I'm going to get a center in return. More than likely a fourth line center. Defense is Riley, Hamilton, Shea and Bean, and then Lindell and Soderstrom. The overalls haven't changed of the lines, but Lindell's a lot better than Barron was. He's 3 overall points higher. So hopefully that'll help. Goalies now, Kurt and Dan. That's a solid tandem, man. I think I just needed a better defense. And TXL and Shoots are my scratches. All right, Peterson, Roberts, Robinson, and Smallman, or Stillman, excuse me. I need to find a center that's on a 1-year contract. Goalie. Yeah, again, this guy wasn't. He was a free agent signing. Really good free agent signing. Murray, Rourke, this guy, Zekov, Paulson, Leg, Van de Velde, Villade. Solid. That's a not good defensive pairing, though. This Volchenkov guy just doesn't fit anywhere in our system, it looks like. Huh. Does Kozior fit there? That actually makes it work. Okay. So, looks like Volchenkov just needs to be on the first pair. Does it work if I do this then? I'd rather have Reinhardt work. It doesn't change anything. Okay. And then goalies are looking like this. Not too bad. If I can make it work with Vegas, I will do my very best. I'm gonna have to get a center on a 1-year deal, though. So we got Natchez here. He fits Vegas's trade block, which helps me out. Centers. I need like a 4th line center. This is fine. That's nowhere near value. Let's see. I don't have any prospects that would make this trade work. Do they have any goalies? They kind of do. I'm just going to go for a second and see if this works. Trade accepted. So Natchez is now a Golden Knight. I might have been able to do better, but there we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that makes all of our lines. Well, no, I want. Will doesn't fit my head coach. That's the problem. Does he fit the first line? He does. He doesn't fit anything on the first line, but all right, we'll see if this works. And that should be good. Again, the forwards do take a little bit of a hit. Pistola is still scratched, and I want him playing above Shoots. I'm sorry. But I do want him playing, so. That's a good team. I think that this team is set up for success. Hopefully that Litanov guy isn't bad. All right. Well, didn't expect to be making a big trade in this edition, but you know what? Anything to keep people interested. And actually, that needed to happen. All right. Preseason doesn't matter, but we're still winning a lot of games. Yay! Oh, we lost. Okay. The hype has died down. The season's over. It's time to fold the team. Man, I sound like a season ticket member. I know, right? Kane's Twitter. Luckily, it's like 2020, the 2025, 2026 season. So, like, you know, but it's not looking good. Getting rid of Tavo and Natchez in the same stream. Oof. First game of the season is a home opener against the Arizona Coyotes in the NHL's ratings nightmare, but the Canes win in overtime, 3-2. Nice. Again, a very light October. And just 10 games in the month of October. That's crazy. Man, good win from against Philly there as well. And Philly is still a decent team. First game against Vegas, and it's a 4-1 win. I got rid of Tavo. Tavo left in free agency. He wanted like 7 years, I think. I didn't want to give him that. Oh, they're giving us Jacob Slavin back. How's he doing? This would actually be a good move for Matt and... Actually, no, it's not. Maybe for Connor. Slavin is 31, has 6 years remaining on his contract. Yeah. In short, Tavo wanted a lot of term, and I didn't want to give it to him. And I wanted Bach to play on the first line. So it ended up working out for the team. All right. Bit of a slip there after our first 3 wins, but it's okay. Marvin Eves is projected to go first overall. And he's the player that our scouts like too, apparently. But again, we won't know. I'm going to scout him right now. I do want to know what he is. I always like knowing what the first overall player is. No gems or busts, so all the gems got picked up in last year's draft. Sometimes they linger on. There we go, win against the Islanders. All right, 420, 420. No, I wasn't going to take the trade for Slavin. He's not better than anything I already have. This one I'll consider. It's a lot. So Josh Morrissey, first of all. 85 overall. So he'd fit on my second pair. And he's better than... He's like slightly better than Bean. 2013. Two-way defender. Savard, 81 overall. And then Nikolai Goldobin. Let's table this. Let's make this happen. Bean's a really good fit for this team, huh? Like if I recall correctly, he fits really well. On every pairing. Huh. So he fits really well with the team. Does Soderstrom? How old is Bean in this sim? Oh, 27. I thought it said 31. I was reading the guy below him. He doesn't fit any pair. And he's not going anywhere. So I actually think I could come ahead here. Rookie skaters. Let's just get a pick. Let's just get a draft pick. Let's just get like their fourth. Let's see if this goes through. Because Morrissey's an upgrade over Soderstrom, and he fits everywhere, and so does Bean. Trade is accepted. Okay, so best roster, and I'm going to stop the simulation here before we play against Minnesota. Because that trade makes our team better. Evan Stansel's having a great season, by the way, on the third line. Forward lines have stayed the same. Again, I want... Well, how's Will doing? 5 points. How's Reese doing? 3 points. I still want him here. How's Rabbit doing? 3 points. Well, you know what? Maybe I will do that then. We'll just see. Puistola, why aren't you playing? Well, how's he doing? 1 assist. Sure. Alright, so I want... Oh, man, this is... this is what I want. Is all of the defense is +3 overall. That's insane. That's so good. Because Morrissey... And I'm sure he... Is he on the PK? Or what's it? Special teams. Penalty kill. He's on the penalty kill. See, is Jamison Reese better? No, he's worse. Suzuki better? No, he's worse. Okay. So he might actually be the best center that I have. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. But yeah, so Morrissey's taking over on the first penalty kill as well. I think that's a really good trade for me. And I like Soderstrom, and I'm sure like he's gonna be better with another team, but he was stuck on the third pair with my team, and Morrissey is a good top 4 defenseman. So it makes the team a little better and a lot better on the back end too. It makes that third pair a lot better. We don't prove it against Minnesota though, giving up 7 goals. Goodness gracious. There's a 1-0 win, so I'd say it's a good trade. They want to trade us Noah Hannafin, Nabi. I'm okay. Even if it was a good trade, I would not bring Hannafin back. 7-3 win against the Canadiens. And a 5-1 win. Okay, so this team's starting to look real good. All right, the offense is clicking. Everything's clicking. Okay. 3-1 win against Columbus. I like what I'm seeing. Can we beat the Rangers? We cannot, but we beat the Panthers. So, all right. And we got games against the Senators. Pretty decent month for the Metro Division here. We have another game against the Rangers and Islanders, Pittsburgh, Philly, and Columbus, actually. So, big month against the Metro. Good year for rookies again. I don't think it's been a bad draft year for a while. Little 3-game win streak, again, against the Rangers. We do lose in the shootout, though, but we're 1 point behind them. All right, so Winnipeg just got a first-round pick and a Hughes for Hinostroza. All right, and we beat the Islanders, so that's good. Still second in the division. Big win against Boston, and I think that's a win against Pittsburgh. Yes, it is. Sorry, I got a text. We're registering for classes, or at least she is. All right, so we did get shut out by Columbus, but we were on a decent win streak there, 4 games. Ooh, big win against Montreal and Buffalo as well. And we're first in the division. Look at us go, man. What a game. What a season so far. Shootout win against Philly and then against St. Louis. Brady Shea is out with a strained hamstring until December 8th, so he's basically out a week, and we lose against St. Louis in that game. 18-6-1 after the first 2 months of the season. Sebastian Aho has 26 points in 25 games played. We're going to sim to February 1st. See what's going on. Hopefully this season continues to be going well. Even if with the lines switch. 5-0 win against Montreal. There we go. Okay. Oh, new draft rankings here. So hopefully we have a... Okay, so Eves is a medium elite right winger with a Bobby Hull comparison. Pretty average. Sorry, I need to read this. Give me 1 second. In the meantime, I will still check and see if there's gems. Nothing. Okay. Interesting. Hopefully my people can still handle it. Best lines, I mean, we won 1 game with best lines, so let's see. Another win, 3-2. Dang, here we go. And against San Jose, another win. All right, so 3-game win streak. Can we win against Vegas? 5-2 win. All right, so 4 wins in a row. This is shaping up to be one of the better seasons of the sim. I think our best season, we won like 50 games. We're well on our way there. 2-1 overtime loss against the Flames, but we do follow it up with another win against Minnesota. So the team's done really well against the Western Conference teams this year. It's looking like Calgary has kind of turned it around, I hope, after 2 coach firings in 3 seasons. Another 3-game win streak, 4 games now with another win against the Panthers and another game against Washington coming up here. And 8-5, goodness. All right, so 5-game win streak, and I believe that's our longest win streak of this season. 6 games now, and we're just having a stranglehold on the Metro right now with 58 points. 3-1 loss to Pittsburgh does end our 6-game win streak, but it's all right. And a 5-3 win against LA. There we go. Okay. All right, so it seems like when we lose a game, we win the game afterwards, which is really great. Yep, see, 7-1 win against the Canucks. Doesn't seem to be that goaltending is an issue as much anymore. Um, I think I really just needed to hire a defensive-minded coach and then improve the defense a little bit. And it seems like the defense has done well for the most part this season. So a bit of a skid there, and by a skid I mean losing 3 of 4. But seems like we're back on our winning ways with 2 straight wins here. 67 points I just saw. Against Winnipeg, 69 points. Oh, Mark Giordano was the head coach of the New Jersey Devils for a hot minute, and they decided to fire him. The Devils have not had a good season in this sim, and poor Meg and Niha too. Both of those players are on that team, and it's just been so rough for the New Jersey Devils in this season or this sim. And we have a 6-1 win before the break. They want to trade Ekman Larson for Dan McLaughlin. No, that's a horrible trade. Dan is 24 now, so everybody's 24. All right, so Anaheim gets Ryan Murray and Del Pedio. Columbus gets a first-round pick, Zaitsev and Misak. So 2 prospects, 2 good prospects actually, and a first-round pick for Murray. If the Checkers make it to their 5th... No, we're decimating this league, man. I mean, you know, for whatever it's worth, people do have work and stuff, so I get it. I get that not everybody can watch this at the time. The good news is that I do see that a lot more people are watching this after the fact, because the videos do automatically post after the stream. So if people miss it, they can still check it out. Sometimes, I see people popping in for a little bit, but I might do a plug in a minute just to let people know, hey, I'm still streaming. That is 9:40, so I'm gonna say that that's probably it for today. Like for people coming in, because typically most people are in bed, because some people still have to go to work. So 36-11-3, 75 points, and that leads the division. We do have a game in hand on Pittsburgh, and they are 11 points behind us. So we're gonna sim to March 1st. Just a month, just a straight up month here. A pretty packed month too. First round pick for Nicolas Waugh and a third round pick. That's a no. Beat Detroit pretty handily, 6-1. I'm going to be very curious to see what our goalie's stats look like after this year. I'd be very interested to see that. Yoki Haru to Detroit, actually. So Detroit gets a defenseman. Like, they're a team that's terrible. I mean, they had 19 wins before we beat them. They trade up some decent stuff to get Yoki Haru, but I guess, if he's on term, that's a good thing to get. The Oilers, we do beat the Oilers at home. Joakim Nygard, I'm not interested in making that trade. A big win against Columbus here as well. So it seems like if you're not the Hurricanes, Penguins, or Flyers, you're not having a very good season in the division. Can we beat Pittsburgh to at least keep them behind us? And we do. This doesn't seem like a trade I'm interested in either. I already said I wasn't interested in Goldobin, but I guess that didn't matter to Winnipeg. They offered him to me again. 40-12-3 is a crazy record. Ernie, which is a prospect in a second, and the Rangers get Iafallo and Vakanainen. So they get some minor help to try and push them into the playoffs. I can't see. The Rangers are 5th in the division with 58 points, so actually that trade could turn the dial up a little bit, because I haven't seen either the Penguins or Flyers make a move yet, or the Islanders, who are right ahead of the Rangers right now. Jacob Slavin gets traded to Vegas, so he's actually reunited with Natchez, and then Forrest and a second-round pick are heading to Calgary. So that might help Connor. I don't know if he was behind Slavin on the depth chart, but if he was, then that helps him out. 3-game win streak after a 7-2 win against Toronto. Wow. We beat the Rangers, so unfortunately that trade didn't help them too much, as we beat them 5-2. Drake Caggiula to Ottawa, and looks like Arizona just gets picks and a third-round pick. They trade their third in next year's draft. They get one in this year's draft, and they get 2 prospects for Caggiula. Kurt's out with a broken foot until the playoffs. The Canes are luckily a playoff team, and Dan's a very capable goalie, but that's definitely going to hurt because I don't think Kurt will be able to come back until halfway through the first round. So we'll have already played about 2-3 games even by then. So hopefully it's not too late. Um, Still nothing. Big trade. Buffalo is selling. They trade Jaden Schwartz and Pesci. You got a first round pick and a prospect. Nice. Columbus makes a trade. They get Josh Brook, a couple other players. Montreal gets Patrice Bergeron. So Columbus seems to have gone ahead with that trade. That's a really bad trade for Montreal. They take on an aging Patrice Bergeron and end up giving up a higher pick and giving up a better player. That's a massive trade for Columbus. They just traded Radish and Brook, so they flipped Brook even to Vancouver. They get prospects, picks, and yeah, they get prospects and a pick. I turned off GM firing so I could just enjoy playing on just the Canes. I turn off a lot of things in this mode that annoy me, so it's basically just a very vanilla franchise mode. It's basically a GM mode from other games. Ovechkin has been traded from Washington, by the way, to New Jersey. They traded him in division. Huh. Well, good for Ovi. Get to chase a cup for a team that just fired their coach. All right. Yeah, the Devils are 7th in the division. So I'm not sure what the goal that was there, but trade deadline's come and gone. The Canes are losing more games, and Evan Stansel's out now for about a week. 97 points in 65 games. We're clearly a playoff team. I think I'm just going to go ahead and sim to April 5th against Buffalo. And yeah, since the season ended so early, it actually looks like the Canes might not get Kurt back at all in the first round. So I'm really hoping that we're all healthy. Detroit fires their coach, as to be expected. They were not doing well either. I believe they had a Canes or created player, excuse me. All right, draft class. Again, this is just a formality. I'm really hoping that we win the President's Trophy or we just go really deep in the playoffs. We do have a gem, though. Looks like a low top 4D defenseman. So nothing too crazy, nothing too great, but I will scout his potential in comparison. Hopefully we can find out something good about him. And we beat Philly. Yay! Oh, and we crush the Lightning and Canucks. Suzuki's out with an injured arm for about a week, so we're losing a lot of players to injury late in the season, which is a concern for me. Suzuki is back. A loss, 2 losses in a row, and 3 losses in a row here. Wow. Again, 57 wins, 57, 20, and 4. We've easily won the President's Trophy. We're going to play this game just to see how it plays out. Nothing doing there. Third period, Rabbit, Stancil, and Looper get goals. And then Rabbit just gets another one for a safety. Looks like Rabbit's having a breakout season, which is really good. A 4-0 shutout win from Dan McLaughlin. And actually, this is best case scenario, the season ending a day later than it should have. So the very earliest we could get Kurt back would be Game 6, maybe Game 5. But I might actually choose to go with Dan in that game. And it's actually a rematch of last year's series. So the Canes finished 58, 20, and 4. 92 points for Sebastian Aho. 83 points for Svechnikov. Will had 73. Suzuki had 62, so he's actually been on the up and up. Evan with 53. Rabbit with 46, so good for him. Tenel even had 40 points, so a lot of 40-point scorers on this team. Morrissey was having I think we traded for him pretty early on in the season. 31 points. I think almost all of those were with the Canes. Is pretty good. And Essa Lindell had 21 points. And was, it's plus minus is a stupid stat, but, he was on the ice for more goals than he wasn't. So, and then, there's my fourth line players, essentially. So not too bad. Goalie stats, I know people were curious about this. Kurt still, yeah, I mean, that's just so much better. So it really looks like helping out the defense ended up helping out the goalies, shockingly. Um, 927 save percentage for Kurt and 914 for Dan. Both of those are career highs and ended up helping Kurt's save percentage rise up, and Dan's should have risen up a little bit. Yeah, it did. So, I mean, it's a really solid season for the whole team. It is, isn't it? Yeah, it really looks like the defense needed to be worked on. And so, you know what? I don't know. I knew that keeping like high overall goalies would have been good, and so I'm glad that I worked on the defense and didn't get rid of a goalie. But jeez. Well, Kane's almost tied, but Kravtsov does win the game for the Rangers in the first game of the playoffs. So the Canes are in an early 1-0 hole in their series against the Rangers, a team that we've always struggled against. Seems like we always struggle against the Rangers. Just regular season, playoffs, doesn't matter. Schutz doesn't get a goal late in the first period. Niederreiter scores again against his former team. Rabbit gets a goal. Buchnevich is still holding on. Canes tie it, though. Tennell and Stansel score for the Hurricanes. We're heading to overtime. We're going to sim. The defense was an 89 before last year. It's now a 92, so it's not too much better. But it's definitely better than it was last year. Because we only upgraded, let's see, Lindell was a 3-point upgrade, and then... So I've upgraded 4 points on my defense, and then goaltending is still... Goaltending's misleading because my backup isn't nearly as good. Schutz is playing because it's apparently better for my fourth line, and he actually did better than I expected. So Aho facing off against James Malatesta. Aho wins it back to Morgan Riley here. Dougie Hamilton's carrying the puck into the offensive zone. And he's just going to dump it in. Oh, big hit from Sebastian Aho there. And he's actually going to get it. Morgan Riley now to Svechnikov. Svechnikov's got it. He's in a bit of a pickle here. Pass back to Riley to Svechnikov. Oh, good save, Shesterkin. Oh, he's going to pass it to DeAngelo. To Panarin now. Alright. D'Angelo's got it back. Malatesta has it to Panarin. Malatesta. Oh, what a move. D'Angelo has it. Anderson misses the net. Good thing, too. Dougie Hamilton's got the puck now. Dominic Bach. He's going to carry it into the zone himself. Look at that. Oh, bad shot. And Shesterkin's going to cover that up. Thought it was going to be a little better of a move, or of a chance, but Bach didn't really do a whole lot. That was the best save of the period, though, of the two shots that I think have been there. Second line of Reese, Suzuki, and Rabbit is out now. I love that name, Rabbit. Josh Morrissey wins it for the Hurricanes. The Canes won that trade. It's confirmed. Josh Morrissey with a rocket from the point beats Shesterkin. Canes win game 2. 5-4 is your score, so the Canes do force a Game 5 in the series, which means that Kurt could be back, which would be huge. Like, Dan's doing just fine, but I think getting that 2-point upgrade in goal in terms of overall is huge, especially in the playoffs. Like, any upgrade you can make to your roster is massive. Game 3 now in New York, in Madison Square Garden. Ryan Suzuki's having a good playoff series. Will Looper gets a goal. Owen Anderson gets another goal on Dan. Sebastian Aho does score. Canes are leading. And the Canes lose. Anderson and Panarin score in the third period. Tough loss. There, the Canes were up 2-1, and they give up 2 straight goals. AHL regular season's over. And looks like Game 4 is when Kurt could be back. And the Checkers made the playoffs. Lost their first game against Wilkes-Barre, but they were one of the better teams in the league, though. Alright. Game 1. So Kurt's playing. Shea and Rabbit do score in the first period. It's a tie game. Canes are winning 5-3. Lechinov scores his first goal, and Greenway scores his first. So the fourth line's putting in work. And then Hamilton also scores in that period. 6-4 is your final, with Lechinov scoring 2 goals in that game. Canes win 6-4. Series is tied up. There will be a game 6. And we're heading back to game 5 in Raleigh against the New York Rangers. Tie series. Evan Stansel and Morgan Riley score. Canes were outshot 12-9, but they come out of the period winning with 2 goals. 3-2. Kako, Malatesta, and Bjork. The Canes tie it, though. Dominic Bach, that first line coming in clutch in the third period. That means we're going to sim it. And yeah, the goaltending was an 82 because of the backup goalie being in like the 70s. And now clearly, you know, it's better at a 91 now that Kurt's here. So yeah. Hopefully this will all work out. Send your best vibes because we need it. The Canes are going to... They're either going to take a 3-2 lead in this series or face elimination in their next game. So it's obviously a very pivotal game in the series. Same deal. It's going to be Aho versus Malatesta. Bach and Svechnikov flanking Aho. I believe Anderson and Panera are with Malatesta. Riley gets the face-off back from Aho. Here comes Hamilton up the ice now. He's being defended pretty well there, so he's going to pass it back to Bach. Bach's going to dish it to Hamilton. To Morgan Riley, to Dominic Bach. Oh, Bach makes a nice move, but the puck was blocked by number 8 from the Rangers. Don't know who that is, so... Artemi Panarin's now. He's going to think about what he's doing. Nice pass. Morgan Riley's got it, and then Bach has it. Awkward looking clear, but it worked. Bach has it now. Oh, turnover to Jacob Trouba. So it's Trouba, that's number 8. Panarin's going to get absolutely crunched by Morgan Riley here. Morgan Riley's got the puck. Dominic Bach has it now. To Sebastian Aho. Aho's going to wait. He's going to wait. Riley's got it. He's going to carry it deeper. Svechnikov now. To Aho. To Bach. Oh, what a toe save from Shesterkin. And Trouba's going to make another nice defensive play to make sure the puck gets out of the zone. Philip Hedl has it now with Pavel Buchnevich on his wing. And nice stick lift from Dougie Hamilton, I believe. And then Aho to Morrissey's. No, this is the second pair, so that's probably Shea. Ooh, I think that was Bach that just got crushed along the boards. And there's another big hit. Number 96 coming in clutch for the Hurricanes. I think that might be Rabbit, actually. I haven't seen him yet. Oh, what a save by Kurt. Great save on Buchnevich coming across. Man, let's get some love for Kurt here. That was an amazing stop. And they're going to show Shesterkin because this game is cursed. I mean, no, that was a great save on Dominic Bach. Great save there. Wow. So yeah, Reese, Suzuki, and Rabbit is going to be your second line. Great save from Kurt. Another one! This man! Another great save. Wow. 3 great saves from Kurt. On that little shift, all on that same guy. Look at this here. 1, 2, and he's gonna make another right after they go, but it was a lot less cool. So this is the third line coming out for the Rangers now, and they win the faceoff again. Kurt's gonna make a nice save, a little easier of a save, but it's still a nice one. Oh, good save by Kurt. Morrissey. Howden's got it back. He's going to make the save, though. Easy stop in front. Canes need to change up the second line. The second line's not doing too much right now, but I can't change it up because I'm not playing. I just tried and it didn't work. Couple nice saves there. Nope, they're sticking with Reese, Suzuki, and Rabbit, which is very interesting. The Rangers have kind of controlled play. Reese can't win a faceoff, apparently. Oh, good block. Nice block there again from Josh Morrissey. Jamison Reese now. To Rabbit. And here we go. Oh, what a move! Oh! So close, and Rabbit's got it back to Morrissey. Back to Rabbit. Rabbit's going to get crunched, but he is going to move the puck up to Suzuki. To the point to Shea. To Morrissey. Dishing it out to Rabbit. Rabbit looks okay from taking that big hit. And none of the players, Suzuki or Reese, can get the puck, so it's going to come back out of the zone. Looks like this is Howden, possibly. Nice defensive play from Suzuki there to break up that pass. Rabbit's got it now. Can he make another nice move? Oh, he's going to dish it. Oh, good save. Nice little slap shot there, and nothing doing, so it looks like the third line's coming out right now. And yeah, what a pass from Rabbit, or what a move from Rabbit there. You know, Looper, Tunnell, and Stancil here coming into the zone. Hopefully this will be a face-off win for the Hurricanes. It is. Dougie Hamilton with the puck. He's going to take a shot. Number 5 is going to block it. I think that was Hanneman? Hanneman? That's Panarin, and Kurt's going to make an easy save on that shot. And it doesn't look like they're going to show us any replays there. There really wasn't any replay-worthy moments there. First line up against the third line, Rangers versus Hurricanes. So this is a very tough matchup, but Riley has the puck. Will Looper has the puck now too, so he's going to carry it into the zone. Morgan Riley has it now. Oh, dish to Tunnell. Oh, what a play to keep the puck on his stick, and he's going to take that shot, and Shesterkin makes a nice save. Evan Stancil, nice little feature on him, but unfortunately, you know, we haven't seen anything yet from this third line other than a shot. Winning the puck back to Hamilton now. Will Looper's got it. One of the team's goal-scoring leaders, as always. Ooh, big hit there, knocking somebody out of the play. Nice block from Hamilton. Pretty weak shot from Panarin there. Will Looper has it. Nice sauce pass to Stancil. Tunnell's going to carry it into the zone now. He's got some wheels. Ooh, turnover to Malatesta. So not the best shift from Tunnell there. Malatesta's shot was blocked, and that's going to be a save. Kurt's going to cover that up. We're going to get a line change. 2 minutes and 30 seconds gone by in overtime. It's been a very tightly contested overtime period, and this is a feature on Evan, and he's just... Oh, big hit there. Yeah, big hit from Evan Stancil there. So Buchnevich, Hedl, and Kakko out against Bach, Aho, and Svechnikov. Aho wins it back, but nobody's there to get it, so Buchnevich has it now. Riley makes a nice defensive play to break up that pass. Dominic Bach coming into the zone. Here we are, Dominic Bach. Easy shot to save from Shesterkin. And that shot came from the stick of Dominic Bach. Tony DeAngelo picks it up. Philip Hedl has it now. And Kaapo Kakko's going to enter the zone. And he's going to pass it to Buchnevich. To Kaapo Kakko. Easy save for Kurt. Dougie Hamilton's going to clear it out. This is an icing. So the Canes ice it with 1:30 left in the period. And I'm just going to check Twitter while they're doing this. Doesn't look like there's any exciting features. Yeah, nothing. Nurse has it. Good save from Kurt, and Riley's going to pick up the puck. Oh, he's going to turn it over to Buchnevich. That was bad. Riley's going to force a turnover. Buchnevich is going to get the puck back to Nurse. Oh, Riley with a huge hit on Buchnevich, who's been giving him hell this shift. But Morgan Riley just decked Buchnevich. What a hit. Let's take a look at this again. He's just standing there and then boom, just waits for him to get the puck. Man, cold-hearted. Reese Suzuki and Rabbit back out here. This line, after I kind of trash-talked them, Rabbit had a few good chances, so let's see if they can make anything work here. Vakanainen to Sickhart, good save, and then Kravtsov wins it. Bad rebound by Kurt there. Tough loss. Kurt definitely had a great overtime. The Canes didn't really seem to be getting a whole lot of shots on net. Yeah, there's really nothing going on Twitter. Some college hockey news has been going on, like Biro signed with the Sabres today. And Sean Doog, I think that's his last name, has transferred from Wisconsin, which isn't surprising. All right, so game number 6. This is an elimination game. Svechnikov and Suzuki score for the Hurricanes. It's 5-4 heading into the third period. Can the Canes get eliminated again in Game 6 by the Rangers? Yes, they can. Dang! That's so irritating. So irritating. Yeah, that sucks. Doesn't look like the Checkers advanced past the first round either. They didn't, so... Again, I think what's going to happen is if I can play tomorrow night, um, should be the same deal. I'll be on at 8 o'clock. We'll start the stream at 8, and then probably about 7:30, I'll just sim through the draft and free agency and all that. So Chicago wins back-to-back cups. They're even more insufferable now. I'll just sim through the draft and all that. That way everybody can just get started with the season because I don't love going through all of the off season, all the boring stuff. So I don't know why I'm looking at draft rankings. I'm just hoping that one of our scouts in the last month found a gem. He didn't. And we still don't know anything about this Lucas Calvert guy, so we'll check the retired players. I know, I'm so mad that this team, as good as they can get, they still don't do anything. Crosby retiring, as did Thornton, both Hall of Fame careers for sure. Eric Stahl has retired. 500 goals, so his last NHL goal was his 500th, so that's pretty cool. Any other former Canes? Eric Holla retiring. I think that's it. Goalies. Varlamov retired, as did Ranta. No former Hurricane goalies, though. Not even ones that I've signed. All right, and I think that is it. I think it's just going to tell me to go through this, and my scouts can be like, hey, before the draft, Giroux and Van Riemsdyk are coaches. I need to sign 2 coaches because 2 of mine retired. And then that's going to be it. And that's my mother closing out the stream. So that is going to be it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night.